really thanking Collete very much indeed for organising this meeting and giving me the opportunity to see that film. It was both devastating and inspiring at the same time. It was devastating to just see the reality of this continual crime that's going on, that's being inflicted upon people, innocent people and their families. So it's devastating, but also to see how those family members, you know, become so strong, you know, and they're so courageous in their struggle for the truth and for justice for their loved ones. So it's a film I think everybody should see. And when you started off, Collete, you mentioned that Tony Lloyd had been invited. I think currently the MP around here, he's standing to be Manchester Police Commissioner. I don't know if he's seen this film, but he should see this film. It should be required watching, not only for him, but for all police officers and for all politicians as well. One of the things that came up in the film that struck me very forcefully was the way in which, certainly, particularly at the time during the film was being done, was how the police at that time was still investigating themselves. You know, it was the Police Complaints Authority, and it just went into this room, bottom of a tray, and that was it. You know, in spite of all the evidence, there was never going to be any kind of convictions, any kind of justice, anything like that. And we have seen a small change, and I think that many people, when the Independent Police Complaints Commission was introduced, did feel that maybe now, you know, with being taken out of the direct hands of the police, now it would be possible for justice to be done. But we haven't seen that. You know, as was said again and again in that film, still, in spite of all these crimes, all these murders, and all these occasions when it's been judged to be unlawful killing, still no one has been brought to trial. And I think that there's a very, very clear case there to say that this sham of independence of this IPCC, it's just got to go. It's got to be abolished, and there has to be a genuinely independent body set up which will actually completely take it out of the hands of the police and out of the hands of the racist judicial establishment, or whatever is the obstacle there to people getting the justice that they deserve. There has to be independence. And I think, again, within that, there was, in the film, there was people saying there has to be a public inquiry. And I think that alongside with that new institution, a new, fair, independent institution, there has to be a public inquiry that will bring all these crimes out into the open. Yeah. And there has to be convictions. The people who have done the killings have to be judged and tried and convicted. There's no other alternative. So time, as one of the people, very powerful people in that film said, time doesn't ease the pain. You know, it doesn't somehow wash away the guilt that's been perpetrated. So no matter how long ago those crimes were committed, those people must be brought to justice. And Respect is proud to stand in support of the families and their campaigns for justice. Thank you.